Hey, I'm Vinnie Brand, and I'm here with Distefano, who I'm going to call my friend because I think we're friends.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is that most of the comics, I told you this last night, most of the comics I know as friends or any other way, I knew about before I met them.
Right.
And you, I did not know about.
Right.
I met you because on a 4th of July weekend a couple years ago, my guy Mark said, I'm going to book this show. And it's these 3 comics.
Right.
And it was 2 girls and a guy, and you were the guy.
I was the guy.
And I didn't even come in, 4th of July. I'm like, it's going to be 22 people there.
Right.
How could anybody that I don't know be selling a ton of tickets?
Yeah.
And on a 4th of July weekend, you sold out New Brunswick.
Right.
As I recall, Mark cut an amazing deal. It's the most money I've ever made on you.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been downhill for me. Good for you.
Yeah. That show with the girl code, guy code shows with Carly Aquilino and Jessica Peluso, the girls sold the tickets. I, at that point, was selling no tickets. I was just the guy that they stuck in the middle of the show. But I don't know why I don't remember that weekend as well as you do. Probably because I made absolutely no money.
Yeah. Listen, it's the best deal Mark has ever cut for the club.
Yeah.
But let me tell you how much money you were making at that point. I remember saying, are they happy? And all 3 were ecstatic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because actually, I think we gave you, I'm going to tell you what I think it was. I think you guys took no guarantee, and I think you took a 50% door deal, and it was actually a very good door.
Right.
The mistake we maybe made was, I think we sold $15 tickets, which we shouldn't have done.
Should have sold, yeah.
So here's my question. How long were you doing stand-up at that point?
At that point, it was in 2013, 4 years.
4 years. And Girl Code, your first big break.
First big thing, Girl Code, Guy. Well, Guy Code was first. I was a pediatric physical therapist. And then I got on Guy Code. And then Guy Code turned into Girl Code. And then Carly and I started dating. And that became like a thing on the internet. And then we broke up. And then I didn't come out of my house for 3 months. That was the first wave. And then the second wave was COVID. So I remember that was brutal for me. But you know what's good? You know what's interesting thing about the breakup that I had with her? Now we're like such great friends and everything's so cool. So that's a good life lesson. But in 2014, when we broke up, in May of 2014, my heart was like ripped out of my chest. And I was like, oh, I'm so sad and blah, 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 blah. And then just a year later, it's like always like a good life lesson for me. Just a year later, my daughter was born. So I was like, wow, in just a year, I went from the worst month of my life to the best month of my life in just a matter of a year. So now we just always know shit's going to turn around. So that's why, during this pandemic now, I just walk around the hospitals and people on ventilators. I'm like, it's going to turn around.
Right.